What's up with it? It's your resident Dew fanatic, and this is going to be more of an impromptu sort of review. But today, we're going to be looking at the Mountain Dew Goji Citrus Strawberry flavor. Now, this is not one I'm particularly familiar with. I saw it pop up on the Mountain Dew Reddit and other forums and whatnot. It was a flavor that's been around at some... I want to say it's like a deli, but it may have been a gas station or a convenience store type location. And it sort of has just recently popped up at other places, in my case, Sheetz. Now, oddly enough, none of the ones in my town have it, and none of the ones in the college town I was living in had it, which was strange. But I'm doing rotations for pharmacy school, and I stopped in at Sheetz there, and they had it. So I have a bit of a commute every day, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to get this, I'm going to sip on it on the way home, and just bring this together, do a little impromptu talk on it. So as you can see, it's got kind of a very light red, sort of pink hue to it. Reminds me a little bit of Solar Flare, but not quite the intensity of... I feel like it had orange in it, but it's been a long time, so forgive me if that's not correct. And I have been sipping on it, so I do kind of have my thoughts together. The aroma is very much of strawberry. I'm not really getting citrus, and I've never tried goji berries, so I don't really know the aroma on that either. But definitely strong supernova vibes. So I'm going to taste it just for the benefit of you watching. The first thing, and I notice it less now since I've been sipping on it, it is a sucralose laced flavor. So it has high fructose corn syrup, but also sucralose, so it's less sweet. It's a very light flavor, and it reminds me of Solar Flare to some extent. I know it was a blend of things. I mean, I'm sure goji berries is probably the main contributor to that, but I also get subtle hints of the same sort of strawberry flavor that Supernova had. Mountain Dew strawberry is kind of weird. They've had 2 or 3, at least, flavors with strawberry as some sort of component, and it's very artificial, which you would kind of expect, this being a soda and everything. But what I'm getting at is they have like basically the same artificial strawberry flavor, and that's what I'm getting. But it's a how do I put this? It like I said, it's a lighter flavor, and it's definitely not harsh on the aftertaste, except for those first couple sips because of the sucralose. But all in all, I think it's pretty enjoyable. And if I had to venture a guess on the citrus, as I was driving, I was thinking maybe lemon, just because it was slightly bitter, but that may be an effect of the sucralose. But all in all, it's not overpowering on any end. The sweetness doesn't quite reach those peaks, but the bitterness doesn't really bite into it nearly as hard as you may think. So, overall, a good flavor, and I'm glad I got this impromptu session out of the way. One day I was driving home and I had a berry monsoon from Sam's, and the same distance on the drive, and by the time I got here to have it with my food, it was completely flat and devoid of flavor, and I didn't even put ice in it. So that was unfortunate, but this one held up pretty well. So check your Sheetz and other convenience stores where you got a fountain that serves this kind of stuff. Definitely worth trying, and I've been avoiding it for a little while. I knew that they had it, but I was just kind of slow on it, and I knew that it was going to be a struggle, to race home and try to do this and have the time for it. So I'm glad I finally did, and it's a flavor that I would pick up again. It's $1, so no big deal there. So in the midst of all things going on, I hope you're enjoying your Voodoo, your Baja, your Liberty Brew, whatever you got these days. I know we've got a lot of overlapping flavors, but I can say with some degree of certainty this will be the last time you hear from me until the Maui Burst flavor comes out, which is Dollar General exclusive. I'll see you then. Let me know what you think of this one, of course. Don't want to run off without a little bit of interaction. And as always, do the do.